So it's been a while since I've tested out an interesting tech product on my channel, but I found a really cool one that brought me to New York to try out for a couple days. This might look like an ordinary bed, but it's far from it. Welcome to the apartment of the future. Let's take a look. So this is made by a company called Bumblebee, and the bed is actually stored in the ceiling. It's the first smart bed system that I've ever seen, and it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna take you guys through my time living in it for a couple days to see if it's worth getting and if it's something you might be interested in. But before we get into it, I wanted to thank the sponsor of today's video, Public. If you guys haven't heard of Public, then, well, I guess you haven't been catching all of my videos because I have talked about it before, but Public is a stock trading app that makes it really easy to buy and sell stocks. It has a beautiful interface, super easy to use, very beginner friendly, and what I really like about Public is they promote long-term investing. They have zero commission fees on standard and fractional investing, so you can get started with as little as $1. You don't have to buy the entire, $2,000 worth of Amazon stock. You can buy a small piece of it with no commission fees. It's also kind of a social app, so you can see other people's trades. You guys can follow me on there because I'm posting what stocks I buy. So it's fun to get your friends on there or just follow other YouTubers. But it's a cool way to see what other people are investing in and give you ideas on what you might want to research to invest in. And if you guys want to join me on Public, you get a free stock for signing up. So I'll link it down below. You can get a free stock. And if you make an account, follow me on there. So I'll have Public linked down below. Go check it out. And now onto this apartment. I'm gonna stay in this unit for a few days and show you guys what it's really like and if I would recommend getting a Bumblebee system installed or if it's not really worth it. So let's take a look at the apartment and also how this whole system works. So what is the general cost of getting one of these Bumblebee systems in your house?
Yeah. The general cost, depending on how many modules you add, and each configuration is totally customizable, varies anywhere between $10,000 and $30,000, based again on how many modules you're adding to your system.
So it's expensive or a great deal depending on how you look at it. For a bed, it's definitely expensive, but it's way cheaper than adding on an extra room to your house. And in a way, it's not really adding on an extra room, but it does open up that space so you can use it. You can have a guest room that truly is also a home office. And while $10,000 to $30,000 might sound expensive for a bed, when you consider all the extra space this allows, in a lot of cases, it could be worth it. This unit is actually able to charge hundreds of dollars more per month than the other units in this building because it has the Bumblebee. So it's a pretty new product, so there aren't a ton of units with these systems installed that you can rent, but there is one located in a new building in Harlem in New York. It rents for $2,600 a month right now, and it's a studio space. You'll see it's super modern. Here's just a look at everything for New York. This is a very large apartment for the price. It's got a really modern kitchen, and then you have the living room slash bedroom. It really does feel like an actual living room when the bed is up, and then a bedroom again when you bring the bed down. So it's cool to kind of actually have that separation. I found that my mindset actually did feel different when the bed was up. I felt like it was time to do stuff, and when the bed was down, it did kind of feel like in the evening, it's just your actual bedroom. So you can have people over and not feel like they're in your space and like gonna sit on your bed or whatever. And the Bumblebee actually looks beautiful, right? Like it really integrates well with this apartment specifically. I think it looks so good with all this concrete, and the other furniture matches it as well. It's an oak veneer, which is really kind of trendy these days. I think it looks great. It has a modern feel, but also kind of natural, right? Like it doesn't feel too modern where it's like everything is all white and like scary. It feels kind of warm. And then there's also a bathroom in here that is a really great size for New York and very modern. There's also a huge walk-in closet, and that's pretty much what you get with this apartment. Okay, so how it actually works is with an app on your phone or an iPad sort of thing that can be installed to a wall. You just tap on whatever part of the Bumblebee you want to come down. It checks if the area is clear, and if it is, it will come down. While this is still a beta version of the product, this still did have a lot of safety features. It has different sensors, so if you were to walk under it while it was going down, it would stop. Trust me, I tested it out a lot. I was kind of nervous at first. And you can go grab what you need. It's all pretty organized too. When you're done, it's gone and it's out of the way. I found it to be a little inconvenient to have to grab your phone every time you wanted to open a drawer, and luckily they do have a hands-free way to open these as well. So they created a bunch of commands that you can use with Siri, and you can customize them to be anything you want, so you can pretty much use this entire thing hands-free. So for example, I can go, "Hey Siri, get my clothes." It takes a second to respond, probably just making sure it's safe to go down, but then it will go down at its normal pace. And there you go. And I was holding the phone in this shot, but they have an Apple HomePod in this unit that allows you to just say it out loud. You don't actually have to be holding the phone. And if you have your phone set up to do the Hey Siri thing, that works too. Another cool feature they added is you can browse what's in each drawer. There's actually a camera on each one. So you can see in the app where all your stuff is. So if you're like, where is my red sweater that I've been looking for? If it's folded up and organized, you're gonna be able to see it in here. If you're disorganized, you know, it's not super helpful anyway. I will say it probably isn't gonna store everything you own or even all your clothes. Regardless though, it's really cool to have the storage option, and it's just super cool that you can see it on the app. So bringing them all down, you can see just how much extra space you can get with this. Wow. And you can see how in a studio apartment in a place like New York, this is incredible to get more storage. So this is crazy. It's like I have my whole walk-in closet around me. I will say, if you need to grab things really quickly every day, you probably wouldn't want to keep them in here because it's faster to just grab something from a drawer than to go on the app and wait for it to come down. But if you have a lot of stuff you don't want to get rid of but you don't use every day, perfect place for it. So here's a look inside the drawers. They have little dividers so you can stay organized. And I feel like this probably wouldn't hold my entire closet of clothing, but if you've ever lived in an apartment, you know, sometimes storage is an issue. So this could be really amazing for a studio. All right, let's get the elephant out of the room. Safety. My first thought was, what if the bed starts going up in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping? Is there any chance it would just start going up in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping?
No, I get that question all the time and I love it. The bed has weight detection, so it will not move unless you tell it to.
And I'll show you guys what happens even if you were to accidentally press the bed button in the middle of the night. So I pressed the button while I was on the bed and it moved a little bit, so I got up just in case, but in the app it said that weight was detected so it wouldn't move.
And then in the event that someone is, I like to call it the hamster test, which I mentioned to you the other day, there are thermal sensors scanning the bed, so anything giving off any heat, it won't go up. So say, you know, a cat, an infant, a small dog, anything like that, you won't be able to send up to the ceiling.
So while staying here, I could already see how nice this thing would be in a studio apartment. It gave me so much room to film, set up a tripod that you just wouldn't really be able to do if the bed was in the way. There'd be nowhere really to put the tripod. I really think instead of these other two storage units dropping down, it would be amazing if they had a desk drop down. So at night, you can have this as a bedroom. During the day, it could be an office. And I just found it nice to be able to walk around during the day and kind of have the bed out of the way. I thought that was really nice. It actually does change the feel of the room. It doesn't really feel like a bedroom anymore, but then when you want to go to sleep, you can just put everything down and it feels pretty cozy like a bedroom again. So I spent most of the day out of the Bumblebee, but I came back to the Bumblebee to sleep and I gotta say it was pretty cozy. Okay, I'm home. This is my home now. We'll just put the bed down and go to sleep. I'll let it go in real time and show you guys how long it takes to go down because the bed does go down a little bit slower because it is so big. Just kind of a safety thing. They have it go down just a little slower, but yeah, just had it up during the day and now ready to go to sleep. It takes about 30 seconds for the bed to fully go down, so it's not a long time at all. There. And that's it. I mean, you really don't have to wait long. Now it feels like a totally different room. It feels like a bedroom, kind of. I mean, you have the kitchen right there, but. Good morning, it's the next day. I slept pretty well. I really wasn't worried about the bed moving up and crushing me in the middle of the night. Like, it all felt pretty solid. probably because I tested it out so much yesterday, like sitting on the bed, trying to raise it. It just didn't feel like it was gonna randomly start going up or anything. Especially seeing how slowly it does go up. I feel like even if it did start moving up, I'm a light sleeper and I would wake up and just get off. But yeah, let's put the bed away and just start the day. One thing I will say, not having a headboard, I just grabbed some extra pillows from the couch and it was comfy because I guess I just like my head up a little bit when I sleep. But yeah, it was fine without that. Although I will say a headboard would be nice. But yeah, I'll put this thing away. So I knew the way this thing worked, you do need to make the bed really well and tuck in the sides, but I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't do that, like if I was in a rush one day. Like this, is this just gonna be hanging out? I would assume so. Or will it stop and not even let it go up? Let's see what it does there. Oh, yep. Yeah, that's not good. As you can see, it didn't fully, it got kind of stuck. So I'll bring it down. Another time I thought I made the bed pretty well, but I had a little too much near the top where the pillow was, and this is what happened, which was just kind of funny. It's pretty harmless. It's kind of funny. It's almost like a fort. Yeah, I mean, I can easily bring it down though. And the company actually told me this version I tried was the beta version, but they do have a software update so that you can put the bed up without really tucking it in. And it's good. One thing I realized that was actually kind of nice about making the bed is you can bring it halfway up to your level, and then it just is a little bit easier to tuck in the sides because you're not leaning over the whole time. So that's something, you know, you can't do with a regular bed that I thought was pretty cool. So after spending a couple days with the Bumblebee system, do I think it's worth the price? Yes, but only in specific circumstances. I think if you're renting an apartment, it really, you know, it doesn't make sense to do this, and your landlord honestly probably wouldn't even let you. But if you own a small space and you want some more room, this is a really amazing solution. It can make a studio feel almost like a one bedroom. Or you could put it in a one bedroom and turn your living room into kind of a guest room. Or if you own a small rental property in a city like New York, this could be an investment that makes you a few $100s more a month off your rental. The only caveat is in this open space, you can't really place furniture here that you're gonna keep there because it has to be a clear area in order to lower the bed. You can always temporarily move stuff, like add a table and chairs if people are coming over. I kind of wish this coffee table went into the ceiling because I keep wanting to move it for video shots. So they actually are working on a version where the bed headboard can convert into a desk, which would be super handy. And also another version where the desk can just go down from the ceiling storage and it can be a standing or a sitting desk, which is super cool. It's not like you can really make this a fully separate room and have it that way all the time. It is really nice just to have some open space where you don't have any furniture though, so that you can work out or make videos or just temporarily put like a folding chair there if you're having people over or whatever. It also just makes it feel bigger. Like this is a studio, but now it feels like a living room or an office. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I very much enjoyed making it. It was really cool to check out the Bumblebee. So I'll have the Bumblebee website linked down below if you want to check it out. I'll also have Public, of course, linked down below. Go get your free stock. Link down below. Let me know what you guys think though. Would you ever consider getting this? Do you feel like it's super cool or unnecessary? Or yeah, let me know what you think. And I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.